Hey everyone, thank you for listening to another episode of Bonding. I want to thank everyone who came out to the show in Southbury, Connecticut. I really thought I'd be able to talk through a burp on that one, and I didn't. I gave myself an aneurysm, and I'm going to have to finish this announcement before I take myself to a hospital. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-boom! More road dates coming up. If you missed me in Southbury, Connecticut this time, oh my God, another burp is coming. I am going to die. Okay, I'm back. I promise today's a good episode. We have Andrew Ginsberg on. We just finished recording. He is hilarious. You're going to love him. Okay, I'm going to be in, if you missed the Southbury show on the 10th, which was this last Friday, I'm going to be in Stamford, Connecticut at New York Comedy Club on March 7th at 7 p.m. I'm also going to be at the Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island on March 9th. I'm going to be in Philly the 21st of March, Helium Comedy Club, Timonium, Maryland on the 30th at Magoobies. Both of those are going to be Comedy Connection in Providence and Magoobies are both really, really big shows. Those ones sell well. That's when you can start seeing me in other areas. So if you have friends, family, if you're coming out there to those shows, just come out. Take a plane out there. Come help out your boy. But anyway, Comedy Connection, Providence, Rhode Island, March 9th. We got Helium Comedy Club in Philly, March 21st. We have Magoobies in Maryland, March 30th. San Diego, April 4th at Mic Drop Comedy. The 6th of April, I will be in Phoenix. The 21st of May, I will be in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Zanies in Chicago on May 9th and 10th. All those tickets are available at my linktree.com/TroyBond website. Coming soon, but coming sooner is me. I really shouldn't have paused and wrote this announcement down before I said it. Coming sooner is this episode of the podcast with my man, Andrew Ginsberg. I love him to death. Me and Tori sat down with him. We had a great time. Thanks for listening. New episodes every Monday. Make sure to subscribe if you're following on YouTube. Make sure to click subscribe if you're listening on Spotify and Apple. Andrew Ginsberg on the pod. Thanks for listening to another episode.
Rocking.
Rolling.
Oh, we're rolling. Wow.
Thank you for listening to those episodes. You must have been our downloads this week. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's been great. Welcome back to Bonding. I got Andrew Ginsberg here today. We have Andrew Ginsberg here today. I talk about you to Tori all the time.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
I've related a few times, I feel like.
Really? I appreciate that. I'm stoked to be here. It's good
great.
to be on the Bonding pod.
Thank you for coming over.
Yeah. Thanks for talking about
I
me.
appreciate it being in the house still. I'm looking forward to when we get a studio, but it's
This
like
is nice.
I like having it's like having
incubator
company
phase.
over. It's like having people over your house.
I love having people over too. I'm just like, oh, they're in my home. It's nice.
This is
I like
Hey.
being invited somewhere, so this is cool.
We're trying to. It's nice doing it on a Sunday too. I like doing the Sunday podcast day. Like if it makes me not drink too much Saturday, so like this feels like it's like what Maroon 5 feels like to listen to.
Yeah.
Don't
Sunday
they have
morning?
a song called
Hey,
Sunday
so-
morning?
yeah. The rain is falling. It's cloudy though.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Is
the
that,
song.
yeah, you left me outside.
I'm not gonna
in it.
sing.
You guys-
Ginsberg is
you know,
the
it's too
singer.
much. I don't know enough
Rain is
about Maroon
falling.
5 to contribute. But
I know they had the worst Super Bowl performance ever. I went down a rabbit hole of watching the halftime shows last night.
Yeah, which one was the best?
Well, I'm biased. It's Prince, obviously.
that was a great one.
He played. It rained when he played Purple Rain.
Yeah.
You
it's
can't
pretty-
beat that.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can't.
best.
Also, wasn't like Britney Spears there too?
Was
For
she in his?
NSYNC?
No, not in.
Oh, that's
He hated him.
Aerosmith. That
Really?
year was like Aerosmith and then like a million others.
I get in
That's
sync
a
and
horrible
Aerosmith
lineup
mixed up all
besides
the time.
Prince, but if that's the case.
I mean, even like Maroon 5 and Travis Scott did it together that year, and it was
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah.
Like Travis Scott just wasn't rapping with auto-tune.
Yeah.
And Adam Levine just looked like he didn't want to be there. He
Yeah,
looked like he
he
was
probably
like, I'd
did.
rather be cheating on my wife right now.
Yeah, just take away valuable time away from my girlfriends. I had to give up.
There's no signal here. How am I supposed to DM anybody? I don't. There was. He was Maroon 5. Like when I was growing up, was like it. The like 12-year-old girls had
Oh,
like
yeah.
the stickers on the lockers, or
Yeah.
like the cutouts taped there.
Well-
So I'm a sucker for that nostalgia part of it.
I don't mind spending. That was the
That's
song.
My one.
Every day.
There's that one, and then what's another one? My sister called me dancing alone in my room to one of them, and I wanted to kill myself.
Which one?
I forget.
Oh, that was
What
the
was the
only
one of
one.
the
Yeah,
biggest? What was the biggest?
There was this love.
Yes,
has taken
she caught me
its
dancing
It
alone.
really did, yeah. Oh, there goes my Mac and my coffee.
It's the curse of the Maroon
It
5.
just said goodbye.
We shouldn't have said it 3 times in the house.
That's enough now. Oh, boy,
It's like when you say Bloody Mary
I
in
was
the
trying
mirror.
to figure out what made that do that, and literally nothing.
Nothing. It could have been the pillow. I might have.
Yeah,
It was me.
working.
It was
that's
my
good.
fault.
That's
I'll
good
take
stuff.
That was
ownership.
weird.
That was really weird.
weird.
I was weirded that I kept watching me like it's not gonna fall.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. That coffee could have gone all over
Everywhere.
My Mac. I'm
I
scared
thought
to
it
check to
did.
see if it's a lot.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
check
it
it
is.
out.
Let me see. It's probably okay.
No, they.
I feel
they
like
can
the
fall.
Batman sticker keeps it safe.
Yeah, it's protected.
It's just going. No,
In college, my
we're good. We're
my
safe.
MacBook fell off my bed and it never recovered.
What happened?
It just died.
It never turned on
on a
again.
carpet
No.
or hardwood.
I hate to see that.
It fell onto hardwood.
You don't
From
have neighbors
like
below
a
us,
dorm.
do you?
No.
Okay, good.
Quit all that racket, podcasting. Jesus.
I just moved and like I moved from like a nice co-op building to a New York pre-war building, and I
Nice.
forgot what it's like to have up and downstairs neighbors, and like I drop shit all the time. Like
Yeah.
I drop control like this times 10, except not this because this stays on a
Right.
bed. I'm gonna put Velcro underneath it.
It's a good idea.
But I forgot what it's like to like have upstairs and downstairs neighbors, so now I'm super self-conscious about how I'm walking.
What floor are you on?
4.
That's up there.
Yeah.
That's a big walk up.
I'm used to it now. The first week sucked, but I'm conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're baked, it kind of sucks. But I
good
came
for
home
your
from,
ass.
Yeah, that's why I
Build
did
your
it.
ass
I cut out
muscles.
bread and I moved to the 4th floor. You're
Yeah.
gonna have a hard time telling the difference between me and J-Lo come next Super Bowl. Gonna be halftime.
That's what drives me too. Usually, when
J-Lo
I
and-
exercise.
yeah,
I
ass,
want to
yeah.
look like J-Lo.
Yeah, that's
That's the goal for everyone.
Everyone.
Do you have an ass goal?
Yeah, by next Super
I
Bowl.
have an
yeah.
asshole.
You have an ass bowl? Sorry.
Do
I
you-
said ass bowl.
Do you have an ass
That's
bowl?
just a funny
We're
word.
just thinking about
Be
the
pretty
Super
cool
Bowl.
if you
That's
did.
all.
You're thinking about the Super Bowl?
I just feel like that's what's on the mind. That's why you might have
Well,
switched it up.
But stay on track with the subject of Super Bowl performances. Mm-hmm. They can be weird. Like a few years, remember? You probably don't remember this, but in like 2000 and I think it was 11, Bruce Springsteen played the Super Bowl. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was a huge Bruce Springsteen fan.
Yeah,
and
of
that
course.
performance really jarred me. It made me question a lot of things.
It was bad.
Is that the
Yeah.
There was. I mean, his live stuff. Because I follow him and obviously Steven Van Zandt. I
Yeah.
follow their stuff and they post stuff all the time. And like I'm watching it, being like, this kind of looks like a Southern church when they speak in tongues. Like some
Yeah.
of the shit they do.
Well, they get weird.
get-
Bruce came out and he goes, "I want to see you drop the guacamole dip," and he's like screaming. I was like, "This is like ruining everything."
Anybody here leave the Toyota home?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you out that house.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a weird. I guess like you've been doing it for as long as he is. The boss.
Yeah, he does.
He's like white James Brown.
He is. Yeah, he's the boss. And
The boss.
When people worship you, it doesn't really matter. You know, he probably rolled out
Yeah.
of bed, did the Super Bowl, screamed about guacamole brands. and went
Yeah,
home.
looks great.
Yeah, look, of course. He's
Does
like
he-
150 too.
Yeah, man. Did he ever get into drugs or anything?
I don't think he was like a drug guy. I think,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I think
Is he like from your hometown in Jersey? Where's he
he's,
from?
He's nearby.
Okay.
He's like everything's nearby. He's like 30 minutes from where I grew up, probably. I think
That's.
he's-
I feel like that's all Jersey.
Yeah,
Everything is
everything's
everything
30
other than
minutes
the shore.
away.
30 minutes.
30
30
minutes.
minutes. Were you in Central Jersey?
Yeah.
Central Jersey.
Yeah.
Man.
I grew up in like what used to be a cider plant.
A cider plant?
You know, it was like a
Like
cider
apple
mill
cider?
plant. Apple cider, yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we used to make we used to rock mad cider and then as things
He
industrialized.
was ready to rep cider for a second.
What
I just
brand?
saw the hatred in his eyes, and he's like, "I'm gonna let it slip this time." But
You don't know
come-
about our
this is
cider
the cider.
talent?
Yeah.
Yeah, biggest cider exporter in the country.
What brand?
Old Bridge, that's where I'm from.
Old Bridge?
Yeah,
Old Bridge
it's not a real
cider.
brand. It's not real anymore. That cider
Oh.
stuff is from like the 18th century.
Got it.
But then
Oh,
they
okay.
built, strip malls and stuff, and
Got it.
they weren't
It's all
cidering
iPads
so much anymore. It's all
the
iPad.
number
Game
one
changed.
iPad distributor in Central
Yeah,
Jersey.
exactly. The biggest Mac store is there now. so it all changed.
Is there a lot of people in your hometown?
Yeah, there was There was a lot of people. There was like in my high school. There was just I always think of it like high school. Like there was 4,000 kids in my high school. Damn. There was
That's
1,000
huge.
just in my graduating class alone. So
That's
there was
crazy.
a lot of people. A lot of parents had to produce.
Were
all
there
these
like
kids.
tiers of like popular kids, or like at that point when it's that big, is it just a
It
wash?
was different. We were all friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know what I mean? Like
very
the popular
kumbaya.
kids, they needed weed, so they knew us. You know what I mean? Like we were friends with the rock kids and the goth. We all kind of
Right.
I felt like we were mixed.
That's fascinating. I feel
Yeah.
like that's not normally the case.
Not because in TV and stuff, it's like there's the cool kid.
Right.
Ours wasn't really like that. I feel like we all like we
Got
just
along.
knew our roles. Like it was segregated, but we
I
all got
see.
along.
Like by class or by race
By
or by
interest.
grades?
By interest.
Like
How
where did
big-
what mine
big-
was like 1,000 though. Like my
Okay.
whole high school was like 1,000. That's
Okay.
Really?
massive. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say like maybe there was like 1,200, and I
Okay.
still had and there was I think there was 350 kids in our graduating class, and I was one of 10 that had his own page in the yearbook.
Wow.
I remember that.
What
and
was
I
your page
campaigned
about?
hard for it. I did the morning announcements in high school.
Did you?
So there was a page dedicated to me doing the morning announcements, and they called me the voice of Naugatuck High School.
That's
and I was
adorable.
trying to be a talk show host at that time, so like the picture was just me at a desk with a coffee mug and a suit and tie. I was such a dork.
I would love to. Is there a photo?
There
that
is. It's in my yearbook. I'll
Do you
find
ha-
it.
I was
It's
gonna
in
say, I think the
storage,
world needs to see that.
I've got it somewhere. I'll find it. It's
That
such,
needs to be
I was
shared.
such a dork because I did that thing on Fallon right before I went into my
Senior
senior
year.
year, and then I was like, "That's it. I've like won. Guys.
Right.
You don't know this yet, but like you're talking to someone who's made it. I'll see if I can get a +1 on this Lolita Express.
We'll see if I have time for
Epstein.
these morning
I don't
announcements.
really. Yeah, let's see. Hey, I'm gonna need a stand-in for today. No notes. I just like to sight read these, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna decide what we're having for lunch today, and it's calamari for me, dog shit for you. Thank you very much. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to Troy.
I think
I
it's
cried on my last day of morning announcements.
Really?
I was
You're-
like, it's been an honor and a life privilege to be here. Thank you.
For the last time, here's the third period bell. Make your way to the lunchroom. Peace, y'all. Follow me.
I cried my last day.
It's been an honor.
I cried my last day of high school. I was that sad that it was over.
Of high school?
Yeah, I had a teacher go by me in the hallway and she goes, "Tori's last day," and I just started bawling. And then I ran into the bathroom and she sent someone in after me. She's like, "I don't want to follow her into the bathroom because that seems creepy, but can someone go check on her?" And they were like,
And then one
"Dr.
teacher's
Martin
like,
is
she's
worried about
graduating.
you."
I can finally follow her to the bathroom. I've been waiting for this day since freshman year. Tori Legal Cole.
Literally, someone came in. They're like, "Dr. Martin said you were in here crying," and I was like, "I am." I was like, "I don't want to leave."
Why were you crying? 'Cause you didn't want to start your life?
Yeah, I didn't want to leave high school. I loved it. I loved high
She's like,
school.
I know I've peaked.
What am I gonna do now?
Well,
Yeah.
what'd you love so much about it?
My
you were a
friends.
popular person, I assume, right?
Yeah, but I had a small. It was like a really small. It was like 105 of us. So
All right, but you were number one.
we were in the top tier, and I did feel.
Who was number
honestly,
104?
I did feel too
He knows exactly
special.
what it was. He was like, in high school, I was 114. I was that way
Exactly.
from sophomore
In
year to
terms of the
senior.
rankings. You were up there.
I was up there, but
Were you? That's good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I loved all my friends. We were always together as a group of 10 of us, and we just did literally everything together. And I just didn't want to leave that.
Right.
It was fun. Everything was perfect. High school
And
was
then,
amazing.
like, what, 3 months later, was it like, oh, yeah, why was I sad then?
No.
You were really? It was bad?
Oh, my freshman year of college was the worst year of my life.
Really?
What
Sometimes
happened?
when I get sad, I think about that, and I'm not sad anymore.
Really?
Well, I just left everything I loved and knew to go to Colorado, and I had this many friends for like 2 months. 0 friends. For those
Nobody
listening.
from your high school went to school in Colorado.
No one. I knew no one going there. I was a very Hail Mary, fuck it, let's do this move. And
Why did you pick Colorado?
I liked to snowboard, and that was my rash. Like, I was like,
That's probably what most
I
people
like
in Colorado
smoking.
say. I like to snowboard and figured, fuck it.
I just thought I was cool. I was like, I'll go smoke weed, snowboard.
Yeah.
And then it was just a slap in the face. Reality was like, you have no friends.
Right.
You have no friends. You have no
Snowboarding's
friends.
canceled this year. Now it's closed.
I'll never forget this, actually.
global warming with you, you bitch.
Yeah.
No, I will
you're
never
causing a
forget
problem.
this. I used to go with my friends like to the shittiest mountain ever. And then I remember going to Vail, and I remember sitting on the mountain, and I was just sobbing because it wasn't like it was with my friends in high school. Like, I just sat there and I
Right.
was like in the most beautiful setting of all time, but it wasn't with my friends that I loved and cared about, and I just sat there and I cried.
That's moving.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, this is the first time I wanted to kill myself.
exactly.
It was a beautiful scene.
You're on this beautiful
took
mountain.
me. Yeah. No, really, it was
crying hysterically.
and I wasn't with
not saying that your friends.
truly, it was a life lesson in that moment. But yeah, no, it took me like a year and a half to like love life out there, and then I figured it out. But it taught me because I wanted to move home during that time, and if I did, I probably would have never left again. But I proved to myself that does this sound weird to you?
No, it's good.
Oh.
I'm just turning the headphones down. That's what you're hearing.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
I mean, I'll do a captain check for you, bud, but you're fine.
Sound-
Oh my God.
Okay,
Mic
thank
check.
you.
Wait,
Sounds
talk again?
good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay.
You sound great on the midnight hour.
Hey.
It's just
Thank
these
you.
headphones have lasted way longer than I thought they would.
Hey.
These were from a PlayStation headset. Even if see, it's going good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. But anyways, yeah, if I had gone home, I would have like basically proven to myself that I can't leave because it sucks not being in Maryland, and I would honestly to this day I wouldn't be here. So
Where do you think if you stayed in Maryland? What
I'd
would you
be
be
in
doing
Maryland.
right now?
I'd be like
Would you
married
be
with
like-
a kid.
You would?
Probably.
Nice.
Ugh.
What would your kid's name be? Your Maryland kid.
Chrysanthemum. I don't know. If you weren't, when did you make the decision to go do comedy? Like, did you have a moment like tour? Because I didn't go to college, so I lived very vicariously through every punch in the balls I was getting from like 18 to this day. I was like, it's in service of the dream. So I was like,
That's what it's all about.
it's really like
Yeah.
anytime like I didn't have money or like I didn't have medicine or anything was fucked, to just be like, well, I'll be good on the other side of it. Like I never I always felt like I would be successful, but I always did have that thing in the back of my head where I was like, man, this is really gonna suck if I have to like go to Lincoln Tech at like 32. Like I wasted 20 years doing this, and now I have to go learn how to be an electrician, which is like a great job, but not when you spend so much
Yeah.
time doing something.
You'd be the funniest electrician on the planet. How many guys does it take to screw this light bulb?
The answer may shock you. Oh, we're having a good time. We're having a good time. OSHA violations. Take a couple of these on my nipples.
Listen, man, can you just fix the light bulb? All right.
Please, we have
Be here all day.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately for me,
I got married to this broad from Maryland.
we have one terrible kid.
When did you? Did you go to college?
I did go to college.
Did
but
you graduate?
I did graduate,
That's-
but I went
Sorry,
to
I don't
community
mean to sound
college.
like
I
your
went to the
grandmother.
streets first.
Streets, baby.
Streets college. So people don't know this, but I was a terrible student in high school. I was
Same.
I was a failure. I failed math for the year twice. I had to go to summer school. I was like a bad
Me
kid.
too. Yeah.
Like I would cut class, smoke cigs, get suspended.
That's why you were a bad student.
I was I was a smart kid, but I was like, this is all meaning because I thought
Yeah.
at that time I thought I was gonna be a rock star.
Right.
I was more into I used to play a lot of music. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna be a famous rock
Like
star.
one day I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
need to
just
do
as
this.
weird as Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, exactly. One day I'll be screaming about guacamole dip at the Super Bowl. My dreams come
Bring
true.
me the queso.
I'm gonna fire up all the cider mills in this town. You're gonna save everybody. Wait till I have money. That's like that was really my plan, was to save Jersey.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be like a Jersey rock star. That was my plan. But I didn't care about school, and then by the end of high school, I was like, I guess I should go to community college. I went to Brookdale Community College for the first 2 years, and during that time, I used to do improv comedy back in the day, which I'm not embarrassed to say. That was like what I was mainly into back then. It's all good. I did UCB
like
back
that.
when it was sick. Like
Yeah.
when I was 16, I used to take the train to the city to go watch UCB shows, and I thought it was the best thing in the entire world.
Me too. That's exactly the age where that's cool.
It-
But improv and being a libertarian at a certain point, you just have to stop. You know, it's like you're 29.
Yeah, you're
I feel like
done.
whose line
You're
is it
Republican
anyway?
Also do stand up.
Yeah, that's all of those guys, Roseanne Barr but Roseanne used to be great.
Yeah,
she was
Roseanne
one
was
of the
amazing.
best, and I just watched her on YouTube the other day, and like it's just the worst right-winged comic. She was like, "My name is Roseanne Barr, and my pronouns are kiss my ass."
It's pretty good.
Oh my God! I don't know what's going on. My kids have all these genders and they're entitled, and I got kicked off of Twitter because Ambien.
That's a pretty good impression.
That's all. I mean,
Is
like,
that
that's
her
just,
latest work?
Yeah, that's what she's doing now. And the conservatives are like, Roseanne Barr is back. Yeah, comedy is
coming
here.
up, yeah.
She's coming
Let's
out.
get her on
Oh,
Gutfeld.
it's hot. The libs are triggered. Like, no, you guys are just fucking dorks.
Yeah.
They suck. The right can't do comedy. Anyway,
I used
that's
to
not
love
what
Kathy
we were talking
Griffin
about. That's what
growing
Kathy.
up.
I mean,
Kathy Griffin,
Kathy
yeah.
Griffin's like an example of that, but on our side.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she can't do it either. It just
Yeah.
sucks.
both sides have that. They have their
Yeah.
weirdo comedian that's now in a weird place.
Yeah,
You know,
there's it's a good job when you're pissing off both people. I feel like
For sure.
Like I haven't gone on the internet all weekend because I'm getting crazy death threats.
Still?
And I looked and because I did that joke about J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter and her being anti-trans. In support of trans people was the joke, and at first I was like, "Wow, these people like messaging me like a lot of weird death threats, a lot of crazy replies."
Yeah.
And then I looked, and it was just a bunch of British people, and then I suddenly wasn't upset anymore. Like I wasn't even looking at them. I was like, "Yeah, they don't even have
They got no dog in this
look
fight.
at these fucking teeth. I'm not going to argue with your wrong opinion when your mouth looks like that. That's why you have to do
Like, I
Twitter."
don't need a tour there.
Yeah. Oh God,
your
please,
fish and
Harry
chips.
Potter and the
Ugh.
chamber of half-blood fucking crooked-ass baked bean teeth.
Yeah.
I just immediately was
clip
not
that.
upset
That's the
anymore
eighth
once
book.
I saw a lot of them were British. It was like a joke. I was like, I mean, somebody I saw the other day was like, every country has an Independence Day from Britain, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty true.
funny.
That's pretty true.
Yeah, and so I wasn't upset anymore. But
You know what's funny about I noticed something a few weeks ago, and I don't remember what bit it was related to that you posted, but you posted something on Instagram and it caught my eye. Like I noticed that it was really divisive in the comments. And somebody wrote in the comments like they wrote something like just another lib planted to say these kinds of things on stage, you know? And it's like
Yeah.
funny that like since I've known you, like you know, I'm like it'd be funny if you were like I was like would it be funny if like Troy was some DNC plant? You know what I mean? Like it's like cuz like it's like you would
run me my money, dog. I've been trying to sell out. If
it's
Fox
just-
News is watching this, I will sell out for you too. Never say no without a number, my friends.
It's like you know that when you know somebody like you personally and you know that they're not like because I get thinking that like
Yeah.
of somebody at celebrity status that you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
like maybe they're being funded by some big organization and it's like
Yeah.
but it's just like it's like what if you just turned out that was true? What if you were just collecting money for all these super PACs? You know
Which
what
brings
I mean?
us to our today's sponsor, which is George Soros. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, I'm sponsored by
Anybody
Georgie. Come
can
on.
get a third Pfizer shot right now with the promo code SHAKES.
Are boosters still a thing?
They are
Yeah,
because of who we're getting paid for on this podcast.
Yeah, you gotta get
to
boosted.
infinity and beyond with your
Did you
boosters.
get boosted?
I say
did
give
not
me all
get
the
boosted,
autism.
honestly, yeah.
I didn't
I
either.
got 2 boosters.
You
and I
did?
think I'm good.
That's why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
It's great. No, it's funny. I get those comments from those people all the time, and I'll get ones that are like, they think my crowd work people, I've planted them in the audience.
Yeah.
I'm like, how much money do you think I make? Like, I'm getting paid $25 and half a papaya to be at this club.
Yeah, to plant somebody.
Yeah, to plant somebody. Like, but it is funny because I learned this during COVID. I got really into TikTok, and and people have a hard time registering somebody is behind
Yeah.
the face that you're arguing with on the internet. Like when I worked at the Empire State Building, people would beat the shit out of me. I used to dress up like King Kong and take pictures with the tourists. That was my first job when I
Really?
moved to the city. When you guys were going to your fancy liberal colleges.
Hey.
I
Community
was
college.
sorry. When you were studying with the
State school.
outsiders, and Tori was with the
I was studying with the
Trumps.
33-year-olds getting their HVAC certificate. I really was.
How many ad engineers does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Yeah, exactly.
No, tough crowd.
All the
tough
comedians
crowd.
that never made it. They were all in my 101 class. Welcome to British literature.
You guys heard of Laughing Buddha? Do not do it. Do not do it. It is not worth your
Big
time.
mistake.
Those tokens are not legal tender. Yeah, it's fun to see that because there's no. I feel like there's a lot of benefits to being a comedian, but most of the time, it's a rough life, and with the time we get on stage, it's just like I post a clip because it gets laughs. You won't see me posting a clip if it doesn't get laughs. So it's always funny. People are like, "Where's the laugh? When's the funny part?" I'm like, "The part where everyone who gets bitches is having a good time." But
That's a funny comment. That's what I get that comment a lot.
where's the laugh? I
Yeah.
feel like women get
What's
it a
funny?
lot more than men.
Yeah.
Like, another thing too is like I feel like I got a lot of wrong people follow me after the Kamala Harris video. A lot of people enjoyed me making a
Yeah.
black woman cry.
Sure.
I understand that.
Yeah. Well,
That's how they see it.
that's good for your engagement, right? That's what you want.
I mean, yeah, when I go to Alabama, it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
But so like whenever they see more stuff that about my personality come out, they're like, "Oh, lost another one, bro." I'm like, have a good time, dork.
That's great.
But the women, I feel like you get it. You just about anything. Me, it only happens when I say something politically, more or less. You could talk about anything, and there'll be a guy underneath it that are like, and this is why.
This isn't funny at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that a lot. I'm like, all right, well, people there were laughing, so
Do you write that in the comments?
No.
Your mess DM and like, well, people were
Honestly,
there.
Yeah.
last time I got like a really mean one, I just deleted it, and I kind of wish I just put it on my story to be like.
To
being
me, that
basic.
stuff stays in your head way more than a bad crowd does, and I think that's why it hurts. But also, like, you can't really pay attention to any of it.
Yeah.
Like, any of it. Because you either, if you do, you have to say it's all true or it's not. Like, good or bad. I try not to even read it now. Like, there's like 700 comments under my last Instagram post, and I haven't looked at them once.
Really?
Yeah.
Not
What
once?
am I? What's it
point?
gonna do? I've said, and I'll never turn my comments off because I feel like they had to listen what I said.
Right.
They can put out whatever they want to say, even though I'm not gonna listen to it. It's like most of my relationships. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like I'm paying attention, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
in your head, you're just thinking about that Prince Super Bowl performance. Yeah. It's like just replaying
made
that
it rain
shit.
as he's playing Purple Rain, babe. We need to talk about our love life. No, we don't. We need to talk about Prince. I saw Sheila E. last night by myself. We were talking about going to concerts by ourselves.
Nice. How was that?
I had a great time. I ate a nuclear edible.
Nice.
It was
Amazing.
a whole.
How many milligrams?
The same one we had when we were going to Florida.
Homer?
Well, the one me and Joey
You
had.
ate
The
another Homer by
I ate a
yourself?
whole Homer. At first, I
How
ate a
much is
quarter of it, 170 milligrams.
That's so many milligrams.
I know.
That's a lot.
I ate a quarter when I was hosting the industry room at Broadway.
Okay. How was
then-
that? It was good.
The top of the show sucked because they were still seating people, and I was like,
Oh.
and the edible was kicking
Are all these
in.
people gonna be here, man?
I was like asking people at the table. I was like, "Who you here with?" And they're like, "Daryl Hooper." And I'm like, "I meant like who you're sitting with. I don't know the people on the show." And you're like, "Daryl, come on out. We've got people for you, buddy." But so, like, the edible was kicking in at the same time the Red Bull was, and nobody was listening. And I just kept telling the crowd they were bad. I wasn't even being funny about it. I was like, "This is terrible. You
It's your fault I'm high. Now leave me alone.
It's like, we're all just going to sit here until the light goes on. 'Cause that'll be better for all of you so you can get your drink orders in. And then first couple of comics go up. They have a rough go at it. And then, like, sometimes it's just like, oh, they had to get settled. Like, I would fucking hate if somebody was doing comedy at me while I was trying to get a drink order.
Yeah.
And then... So after I went off stage, I immediately ate the second quarter of the edible because I was like, "I'm
This'll
going.
fix
This
it."
is gonna." And then when I left, I was like, "I can handle the whole other half." And by the time I got to the concert, like
You're floating.
I was like feeling it. I was like, "All right, I can get 2 glasses of red wine in right now before the shake or the spins start." I was like, "This will pace out with the edible."
That's a hilarious thought.
I was strategic with it. I was
Time's
like,
running out. The shakes are coming. I can get 2 glasses of wine in right now before I'm too
space
high.
this out before she gets to the hits. If I enjoy 1 glass when she's doing the new stuff, I'll be able to enjoy the Purple Rain. We're inside, so I don't have to worry about getting wet. But we did that. I had the first glass of wine. Then the edible was hitting, and I was like, "Bring me. Can you do a pizza and a half?" And she was like, "Yes."
Wow.
And she brought me a margarita pizza and a half.
And a half.
Delish.
It was great. I didn't know the people who I was the only one by myself sitting at the table. When I sat down, I was like, "Hey, how you guys doing?" Nobody looked at me. They were all gay, and it made me a little homophobic. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little upset. I was starting to retweet the people who were tweeting at me because I was so mad.
Fuck these guys.
It's like, hey, you know what? Let me show you some tweets, guy.
Yeah, I'm with you now.
They didn't look at you. Did they hear you?
Yeah, it wasn't like Patrick Swayze and
What if you're
Ghost.
like-
I was right there.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, we're all here for a very niche artist. The least you could do is look at me in the eyes. And they and so I
That's hilarious.
I had a great time though. I was in the vibe zone, and I there was one cool part in the show, and I'm not trying to brag. There was one part in the show.
Please
where
brag.
Sheila gets up and she was like. She went on this weird, like, 15-minute rant about love, and it was not very... It was just weird. Like, she'd be like, we lost a lot of people, and we're going to lose a lot more.
because of COVID. Like it just kept like there was people at my table.
Was she high?
No, she was just an artist. And that was the only time people at my table were looking at each other was when they were like, this is some weird shit. And then she was like, everyone stand up and look at somebody next to you and say you love them, which everybody at my table did not do.
That's
even
like
people
church.
who are with other people. Yeah, they were like, look at it, make sure you love them. And then like I'm so high at this point,
Sure.
like just gone. There's a monologue in my head that's been going for like 20 minutes and I haven't even been listening to it.
Yeah.
And then I see they're like say I love you to a stranger, and there's these two women across from me who are just like pointing and going, and I thought they're like talking to the person behind me, and then like I have this thought, I'm like, no, they're definitely talking to me, and I'm so high right now, and they're just looking at me going like, I love you, and they're like showing me my Instagram on my phone.
Stop.
And I'm like, this is so much. I got to get out of here as soon as this song is over. I'm not
That's
ready
great.
for this
They
conversation.
held up your Instagram to you.
Like across from me and at City Winery. Yeah.
That's
While
hilarious.
she's
How
giving
old
this
were
talk.
they?
While
I
she's
love.
giving this speech about love. I don't know. I couldn't really tell. They were, old enough to be at a Sheila E. show. It was nobody. They were born. They were old enough to remember where they were during 9/11.
Okay.
At least.
I remember where I was. Am I
I'd
old?
say probably about 10 years older than you.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
There's people that come to shows now. Like I explain 9/11 to them.
That's
That's my opener.
That's good opening. I was about to say, it sounds like a good show. Great bit. They must love it. They must kill, dude.
Never
No
forget,
pun
bro.
intended.
Never forget. I start off every show. How you guys doing tonight? Where are
Hey,
you
guys.
from? Was anybody born after September 11th?
Well, let me tell you what happened that day. There's a lot of theories, actually.
in
but
West
here's
Philadelphia.
we still don't know.
Oh my god, that's so good. What is your you went to a concert by yourself, right?
Yeah, I go to a lot of concerts by
You
myself.
Yeah, I
drive
feel
out
like
there?
you're like me. You're good at spending time by yourself.
I like
love
being
spending
alone.
Time. Me too.
Yeah.
People text me like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing," and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Why? I love spending
Well,
time.
with
by
the
myself.
comedy stuff, like, I don't know, we're always like out there. I feel like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always have to be on, like, when you're on stage, you're on, and when you're off stage, you're kind of on.
Right.
And then, like, even when you're like around, because all I do is hang out with comedians and stuff all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you're always sort of like, so I like being alone. When I'm alone, I'm alone.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, same.
And I only do two things. I go see comedy. I go do comedy, and then I go see concerts. I don't really have any other things that I do.
Nothing
Yeah.
else.
I really don't feel like there's much else that I do
You go to restaurants.
when I'm hungry. I gotta eat.
I feel like you like restaurants.
I
You
like
gotta
it.
shit at least once, dude.
Yeah, I'll do
One
that
time.
too.
You go
Yeah,
to the
if I go to a
bathroom,
restaurant, then yeah,
then
for
you
sure.
gotta go.
Sorry, not to like pull hobbies out of you.
No. I guess that's a hobby, but it's built into like my
Needs.
biology as well.
Are
Yeah.
you're a restaurateur?
I like to eat a good meal.
Ginsberg knows all the good spots.
I know good
though.
spots.
Yeah,
I used to
feel
be
like
more
you'd
into it.
You a spot guy. You know
I'm
the
a
good
spot.
spots.
But I like find one spot and then go to the same spot over and over again. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not like
Until you're over it, or like
until I'm over it.
Okay.
But it could take years to get over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I went to John's at 12th Street every Sunday for 5 years.
where?
John's at 12th Street. It's like that Italian place on 12th Street.
Oh, I've never been.
You
Me
serious?
either. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should go.
should
You would
go.
love it.
Let's go.
They've shot like tons of Soprano scenes there.
Is that in
Goodfellas.
Little Italy?
No, it's over in the East Village on 12th and 2nd.
Let's go.
It's a historic
Sopranos
Boardwalk
scenes, wow.
Empire. Lots of famous mafia stuff was shot.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Right up
there
your
was
alley.
a place.
You dig it.
Because I just moved to the Lower East and I've been walking to the gym every day. I've been going down Mulberry Street just
Nice.
so
I
I, could
love
feel
Mulberry.
Taking it all in.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm in the neighborhood. I want to have like a coat on my shoulders,
Yeah,
like an orange.
you know, growing up, like when I was a
So
kid, my
niche.
dream was to live in the village. Like when
Yeah.
I was a teenager. Like,
Really?
one day I'm gonna grow up and live.
I
in
never
Greenwich
thought I was
Village.
going to live in New York. The thought of living here gave me anxiety.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
When I decided to move here, I was like, I will die on the subway.
Well,
And
I
should
guess I
find
get
That's
that.
still true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's
You
days
probably
where I
will.
kind of hope that happens.
yeah,
Like I hope I go on the subway.
yeah, and die.
If I I did have this thought yesterday because like they've been shooting down so many balloons and UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
this week.
shot a big alien yesterday.
They just shot
In
a third
Canada?
one down. They just shot
Alaska.
a UFO over
Oh,
Alaska.
right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it in Canada before that, or
Might have been a Canadian UFO originally, but
Yeah.
then
Okay.
it flew over Alaska, and then they shot
they
it
shot
down.
it down?
I-
What was in it?
I
Aliens.
don't know. Aliens.
I mean, it
And-
seems like it seems like a real Roswell situation.
Yeah, man,
Because
it's-
they're like, we don't know what it was, but we shot. It interfered with all the pilot's gear, and then I'm like,
It's
really?
fine. Yeah, they were just trying to
Where'd it
airdrop a
land?
virus.
in the on an ice sheet, so they gotta go.
Oh,
They gotta
I was
go
gonna
find it.
Yeah, it's just the
They
plot of
got
the
it.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a plot of Arrival. They've got it.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It
We're
is
never gonna
really
know.
crazy.
In a week, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it was all just helium gas. Don't worry
Dude,
about
my
it."
dream for my life. Like, well, I hope one day there's like a thing where like the president comes out and it's like, yeah, this alien. We have this alien. Now he's gonna speak.
I thought it was gonna be Trump. I thought he was gonna.
I thought he was too.
When he lost the election and he wasn't gonna concede, I was gonna be like, "Okay, day one secrets. First of all, JFK, come on out. He's been right here next to Tupac,
Dude, for sure.
Come on out. They got a song coming out. Next, I want you to meet this alien. He's a great guy. He's the good kind of alien, not the one from Mexico. This one's from Uranus. He's from your ass. Mike Pence would love him. He's from Uranus. Say hello. Come on out. Come on out. We got so much more. Biggie, get out of here. Look at him. We had gastric bypass. Now he looks Biggie Jones. Biggie Smalls has been Star Jones this whole time. It's the same person.
Dude,
I would
I'm
love
with
that.
you. That's what I.
If I were
thought
that
that was
president
gonna
and I lost after
Anything
my
could
first term,
happen.
that's what I would do.
I think that's good.
I think for them to do that, we should be really scared why they're telling us.
Yeah.
Like, what is so bad that they're like, yo, just focus on the aliens for a while.
Yeah, they're
Figure
prepping
out how
us. It
to
does-
make you not
I
look at
thought
this.
I really did believe because like I thought that was the best part of the Trump presidency was he kept like he's like oh all the fucking like anything about aliens declassified you could
It's
read
all
it
gone,
now.
yeah.
The COVID bill half of it was like alien stuff.
Yeah.
It was like they looped in like half of the
Yeah.
half was like declassifying alien
That's
documents.
what happens with bills all the time. I always think it's so funny. Like they'll do like a COVID relief bill, and they're like, "Yeah, and we need $300 billion to give kids in the Congo PlayStation 5." Like, what the fuck? Where does that come from? Like, we're not gonna sign this bill unless you give them that
This
shit.
has to
Sorry.
happen. Yeah.
I got a prince in Africa who says he's gonna give me $1 million if I send him these PlayStations.
Yeah.
That would be great if a president came out. I just want to know where we'd all be. The reason I was bringing up the bomb thing or the balloon thing is because I was on the train when it happened, and I was like, what if aliens just started to like if there was a balloon over Manhattan or a UFO and it just started fucking shit up? I would hate to be on the subway when that
Be
happens.
the worst place to be.
The worst
Oh
place
my
to
God.
Because it sucks when the subway
No,
stops
when it's-
between 14th and 23rd for
That's
like
what
a few
I'm
minutes.
saying.
No,
Yeah.
when it stops in the tunnel, that's when I'm like, I'm dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Time. I
Just
assume
rubble
death.
crushing on you like Game of Thrones.
No.
What would you do?
no.
You'd have to just kill everybody else in the subway for some
That's
reason.
what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna. I don't know if I have it in me to be the hero at that point.
Nah.
If I see aliens,
I'd
it's
shut
like if I
down.
see a bear in the woods, I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna admit defeat. This is
Yeah.
it.
Well, you gotta fight the
I
bear.
saw a
I'm
bear in
getting
the
out.
woods once, and I was
Was
with
it
a-
shitting?
I was,
Did you ask it? Bear, I have a question, sir.
Was it a friendly bear?
No, it had cubs, and there was a man next to me walking, and I was like, "What do we do?" And he was like, "Just stand."
He's like, you stand here, I'm gonna run. Good luck, you crazy girl.
No, we
Give him your wallet.
Yeah, just lay
stood
down. I'll
there.
see you later.
The bear went away, but it was the worst. It was like the scariest minute of my life.
Really?
It's probably 30 seconds. I'm being dramatic, but it just came up, looked at us, and then went back down. And then I ran out of there. But I was like Gumby. My legs were jello. I was so I
Yeah.
was so nervous.
Was that in Maryland?
Colorado?
Colorado.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of wildlife shit like that in Central Jersey? I know they have bears out there.
They do. I never saw a bear. Nah, we weren't. Nah, just on the cider mills, they kind of kept that stuff away.
Yeah,
We
they
saw
do.
turkeys, big turkey town.
Big turkey town.
There'd always be turkeys running around.
Really? You ever hit one?
Hit a turkey?
Yeah.
No.
You ever see him on the road?
Only on
bare
Thanksgiving.
hands.
Yeah,
You ever see,
exactly.
like-
nah,
You ever see like a dead turkey on the road?
nah.
Oh, okay.
But like you'd see them like walking around people's yards and stuff like that.
Got it.
But other than that, it was your run of the mill wildlife. I'd say squirrels, occasional raccoon. You know what I mean? Nothing
Yeah.
crazy. No
Raccoons
bears.
freak me out, man. I
I
don't
love
trust
them.
them.
Got the
I
little
don't like the way
hands.
they look cute, but I know they'll rip my face off.
You can't trust a nocturnal animal. I mean, this is an animal that can't be out. It's like us. You
That's
know
what
what
I
mean?
was just gonna say.
Actually, this is the first time I've ever seen you guys in the daylight.
I was gonna
honestly.
say this is the brightest I think I see most comedians
Yeah.
when they do this podcast.
It's
We're
weird.
here during the day.
But you can't. But like because of that,
Yeah.
we're like raccoons. Like you can't take them too seriously. They operate
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah,
They
There's
got
no-
hands.
They're their hands.
I like their hands.
And they're always, I used to live in San Francisco for a short period of time, 4 years. And while I was there,
long time.
they that is kind of a long time. I know. As soon as I said short, I was like, it's not short.
It's like a eighth of your life.
From where? From when you were a kid or from when you moved out?
Nah, I lived in Jersey till I was 26. And then for 4 years, from 26 till like whatever 4 years after
30?
26 is 30. Thank you. I wasn't good at math. I failed twice for the year.
He was actually 26 when he finally
Yeah,
graduated.
that's when I graduated high school. Then I moved out to this community college in San Francisco.
He rented a car to his own graduation.
that I went out there. But while I was out there, I saw one time I was driving and I saw 10 raccoons all in a pack hovered over a little bit of garbage. It seemed like they were disgusting, like who got to eat it. And that level of intelligence freaked me out too. That's all I want. That's the only reason. That was all that context just to say that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I like that. That was good. Yeah.
Isn't that a lot?
It's interesting watching like.
It's like these guys are having a debate about who's gonna eat this trash. So there's a hierarchy among the
Like
raccoons.
Ratatouille, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't have it, Charlie.
Circle that back. Everything comes back to 6 degrees of Ratatouille.
Yeah,
Tori.
that was
That's how
relevant. Anyways.
Ratatouille.
You've mentioned Ratatouille to me before as well.
Yeah,
the
it's the
best
only movie she's
movie.
ever seen.
It's true. Is it? It's the only movie you've ever seen?
It's
That and
one of
the
my
only
heavy
other one I can verify is
rotations.
Dark Crystal. We went to go see Dark Crystal
yeah,
together.
yeah. I know the original Dark Crystal.
That's
what
what
we
we went
saw.
to go see.
They
We went. They
played it
replayed it a
again.
few
Oh,
months ago.
I
Yeah,
grew up
saw it.
watching it, and then I told him that, and we went.
Middle of the day sober. She went. I was not. I was big.
Middle of the day
I
drunk.
had like these gummy bears and I was like, help yourself, and she didn't. I ate the whole thing.
Well, I was gonna ask at the end, and then they were gone. I kept
the
thinking
weed
about
gummies?
them. No, they were regular. I can't do.
what's the
I can't
point?
do weed. I can't.
Edibles are not good
In any
to
form.
eat before you go to a movie. I
Really?
realized. Yeah, like I would rather smoke before I go to a movie because I'll be way too intense sometimes. Like
Yeah.
during an edible at a movie, then I just won't enjoy it. Unless I'm like going to see Avatar.
Yeah.
Like you space that out and,
Something
and
with
you're
graphics.
good. Then you won't realize that it's the same movie as the first one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the graphics were beautiful. Yeah, that
I'm sure.
I went to go see Avatar, and I was like, I'm gonna hold in my pee for these 3 hours and 47 minutes, and then an hour in, I was like, I'll be fine. And I peed like 20 times
Yeah.
during that movie because I have the Regal app, so I get the free refills. I was
Mm.
that liquid was coming and going.
You're peeing a lot during
What's
Avatar.
your
Peeing a
Go-to
lot. I was
drink?
showing them way of water, brother.
What's your go-to movie drink?
It depends because I feel like shit every time I drink anything at the movies. Like,
Makes you feel bad.
yeah, it's just all it's just
Too
so
much
much
sugar.
sugar. It's like you order a Mountain Dew and they give it to you in like a gallon.
Yeah, that's right.
A small.
A gallon of Mountain Dew would put me into a coma.
I can't
Yeah.
even think about I can't even think about that.
No, it
They
would
give you
actually
free
kill
popcorn
me. I think
too,
it would
so,
kill
like,
me.
you're fucked. Like you want
Popcorn's so good though.
The only thing is I've never had an enjoyable experience with popcorn where I was like, wow, that was great. No
Really?
kernel stuck anywhere. There's
Oh,
always a
it's
kernel
in your
somewhere
teeth?
that ruins it half. And I psych myself. I'm like, I'm not even gonna pay attention to this kernel stuck in my teeth right now. I'm just gonna enjoy the movie. I'm just gonna enjoy Babylon.
Yeah.
But I couldn't because it sucked. So I'm like
bring a
fucking doing surgery and
dental
picking
stick.
I know.
Dental
Then I just like rip off the
A little-
plastic
Yeah.
on my candy and then I just
Oh, you use that.
yeah.
Oh.
And there's just blood all over my M&Ms.
He's eating popcorn and candy, blood all over,
Popcorn,
draining Mountain
blood
Dews,
and shit
2,000
everywhere.
milligrams of edibles.
Gross. Yeah. I'm like,
That
this
guy
is how I
loves
relax. Well, get the Regal app today.
I love AMC. Movie. He's like the poster boy for the movie pass.
That doesn't sound enjoyable. Like I said, I don't like going to movies because I'm just worried someone's gonna shoot me the whole time. so-
Wow, that's because you grew up in Colorado.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like that
a lot of
everywhere.
movie
Yeah,
shootings
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
That's where the original movie shooting was.
Yeah,
During
it was, and
Batman.
then there was another
Yeah.
one, Trainwreck. Just your run-of-the-mill Amy Schumer movie. Someone was shot. 2 people died.
Really? That
Yeah.
thought has never went through my head during a movie.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, if
Oh.
someone starts shooting, I'll be all right.
So if someone moves in a theater, I'm like, this
What are
is
you doing?
this is where I
Everybody
die.
hit the deck.
I'm not kidding. I don't know. I just feel like a sitting duck.
Yeah. Well, that's a hard. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind
What?
There's so many. That's like saying like I'm scared to fly because it'll blow up. You know what I mean? It happens so rarely.
I know, but that's my first thought.
I feel
in
like
the
mass
theater.
shootings happen more than plane crashes.
Yeah, that's
now.
probably true.
They
I
should-
forgot
They
how
should be
often
like,
they
don't
have
worry
it.
about
Yeah.
flying. You're way more likely to die in a movie theater
Yeah.
than you are to
That's
die in an
100%
airplane.
true, probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's 100% true.
I feel like the car crashes have outpaced the mass shootings at this
Yeah.
point.
For sure.
So
Yeah,
you'll
I mean,
find
I guess you're right. Shootings happen all the time, so you should be. You're valid in those feelings.
Thank you.
Shootings happen all the time, so you should not worry about blowing
So
up on
just
an
don't
airplane.
leave your
Exactly.
apartment. Yeah.
Yeah, just stay here.
You are
Just stay
you are
inside.
the one place that probably will never be a shooting is on a plane, so you're fine.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're
You
safe.
can't get a gun in there,
Or a bottle of shampoo.
but you can get
You're fucked.
But you
slit
can
with a
get edibles
razor.
on. What?
Yeah.
Someone was threatened with a razor recently on a flight. That
Really?
was news. Yeah.
I was thinking about that because when we went to Florida, I didn't even realize I had one in my bag.
Yeah.
And when I came back, I was like, holy shit. Like, how did I not get in trouble for this?
No, I
Yeah.
travel with razors treasures every time I travel.
You can bring anything on a plane. I think it's the myth that you can't that prevents people from trying, but I feel like you can. Not that I've tried.
I bring my.
Like, no, trust me, dude. You can bring whatever you want.
You can bring a fucking machete to Florida. Okay.
You don't even have to hide it, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
I told Claire, nope.
But we know though.
You can get anything on a plane if you have $20 and a wink.
Exactly. Slip the United guy $20 and an edible. You're on.
I will say I do always travel with a regular sized toothpaste, and I feel like a total badass when I get through every time.
They don't care about that.
They don't give a shit.
No.
That's so weird.
TSA is they're not cops. They're people. They're just people that work at the airport.
Yeah.
If I worked at the airport, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck about toothpaste. Like, I'm not wasting time.
I know. That's the thing. When we went to Florida last time, when we flew down, they made me take at LaGuardia. They made me take all of my electronics out of the bag, which sucked ass because I only had one bag and everything was in there exactly the way it should have been.
Yeah.
And take it all out and put it in a separate bin. Then when we were flying back from St. Pete, the guy was just like, you just put your whole bag in there. They got technology that reads all of it. Don't worry about it. If you don't have any water bottles, empty them. Jesus Christ, you also know the rule about water bottles. But if you have electronics, it don't matter. We got a computer that does that. But no water. You empty it out or you fucking dehydrate.
They hate water.
They hate it so much.
Water.
And then I put the
can't
thing.
Get water
No,
through.
you cannot get water.
Cannot
Maybe
get
machete,
water
but
through.
no water.
No water. Yeah, machete definitely
Machete
water.
is fine, but we all know they hijacked the 9/11 planes with a bottle of Essentia and a dream.
They sure did.
I always chug my water in line, and I'm like, yeah, I party.
Yeah.
Whenever I just rip my water.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at this. Check this
It's
out.
always
you do?
fun
Yeah, I'm
watching
like,
someone drink the water before they get there, like they just learned about that rule.
I know.
All right, here we go, boys. Bottoms up.
Yeah, we better chug these.
I feel bad when I dump it in the trash because that's annoying for whoever has to deal with the trash. Like, I'm not going to put on my water
The
there.
earth? Nobody deals with it. They just throw it right in the landfill. They don't care.
No, but like the
Whoever
person
picks it up
if
from there to the
everybody-
landfill.
If everybody were to dump their water in that trash, that's a heavy trash.
Yeah,
you know,
it's big.
So I have to do
If
my
it's
part.
hot water.
Yeah, if it's hot water.
Left me
Yeah.
hanging there,
Water
yeah.
is heavy.
I think hot water is heavier than cold water.
I don't think so.
Think
I
that's
don't know
true.
if temperature has any impact on the weight of the
Let's
water.
find out. I feel
That's deep.
I feel like that.
I was joking at first, but now I think I might be right.
No, I think making it hot would make it lighter.
Is hot water.
You know, on my
Heavier.
8th grade final exam for science, the question was, if the Earth stays the same size, how can the ocean floor be constantly expanding?
Cold water weighs more than hot water. Wait, what was that? Sorry.
I told you.
Wait,
I
cold water
told
weighs more than
you.
hot water?
Yeah, it says if equal volumes of cold water and hot water are compared, cold water weighs more than hot water.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Do you guys hear me? I said that hot water would be lighter. I just
You
feel
did say that.
because it gets like aerated when it's boiled. You know,
It
If
does?
It's hot. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
anything
that
about
makes
this.
sense, right?
Like
Because
there's
it's
bubbles
probably
and then
continuing to lose
the
mass
expansion.
because
Yeah,
of
but the water in
precipitation.
these bottles aren't
Expands.
boiling. Who has boiling water that they're trying to bring onto a plane?
I am not going to be satisfied unless I bring my own honey onto this airplane. Yeah, that'd
Wait,
be
what
funny.
was the answer to
That
your-
would be really funny. So we just had a hot bottle of water. Well, I'm not going to waste it. Okay, I'm ready to go to Tampa.
Let's fly. Let's go.
I need that my brief
I only
light
drink
skin
boiling.
graft. Anybody got any sandpaper to rub this in? I'm real tender right now. I don't know what it says. It doesn't really give me any answers that I could break down easily on this podcast. Give me a lot of symbols I've never seen before.
Symbols?
Yeah.
You don't know why? About the water thing?
No. You said that you were asked on your exam if the Earth's
I was
ocean
killing
floors-
time while Troy was looking up the thing.
Oh.
But yeah,
Was it
that
a
was
lie?
that was my 8th grade final exam. That was the question.
Well, what's the answer?
And I wrote, due to the nature of the human experience, I don't think we should be contemplating the growth, the expansion of the ocean floor. And I failed. And I had to go to summer school that summer.
What was the answer?
I don't know.
Oh.
We still don't know. It's still a
Alright.
mystery.
All right.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
I did something like that, but it wasn't as funny. I was just so bad at standardized tests. They were like, if Bob gets paid X amount of dollars for cutting this amount of square feet, how much would he get on a lawn that's this big? And I wrote like, well, he'd probably get a lot because that's a lot of square feet, and he sounds like he does a good job. And that was the second time they tested me for a learning disability.
That's
My
all
parents must have been so disappointed because every time I just didn't have one.
Yeah.
They were like, what is
Well,
wrong
you
with
didn't.
this kid?
You don't have anything.
Yeah, but I think the school system was kind of shitty too. They didn't have the best
Yeah.
resources.
Yeah.
public school
Some
system.
definitely dyslexic.
School
but
sucks, man.
Jersey and
not-
Connecticut very similar.
My school sucked. Like we
Yeah.
were a terrible.
My
school.
teachers were great. They came to the show in Connecticut.
Yeah.
They came. They're
Just
coming
want to say
the-
I love my teachers.
I love
Thanks for
them all.
coming out.
Shout out Mr. Rowe.
Subscribe.
Man, I had other teachers call me. Hey, subscribe. Hey, I'll fill in for Bill Nye any day of the week. Just roll this podcast out whenever you're out sick, and just press play. Kids, today we're gonna bond.
I got a lot of love for my teachers. They follow my podcast. They
They're
come to my
great.
shows.
They had great taste.
They were loving. I talked to them. They were cool.
They were sweet. Yeah.
That's nice that they came out. That they still, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, they came. I'm glad that that they're still kicking it. Teachers, that's just a shitty job, man.
it's tough.
That sucks. I don't know
Really
why
tough.
anybody does it.
I have a really bad level of patience, so I think I would snap on the kids.
Like I'll throw this boiling water at you right now.
I was saving it for my flight.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a feeling I would really snap on a kid, and I would probably fuck it up for life.
Yeah.
So.
I babysat a lot growing up, and when I was like 18, 19, that was when I stopped. I nannied for a while. When I moved to the city trying to make extra cash, and I very quickly was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. Like
Yeah.
a kid was throwing a temper tantrum because I wouldn't let him bring food into the living room, and I just sat there and like watched him cry. And I was like roasting him. He's like 3. I'm like, you know, you look stupid right now. Like, and he's just like,
You've made yourself look ridiculous.
yeah, I'm like, all right, you can keep doing that if you want to. I'm gonna be over here doing what the adults do, which is not act like that. And then
Now, if you need me, I'll be in the movie theater watching 12 hours of Batman. Goodbye.
cool guys hang out. I would like. At first I thought I was like, yeah, I could nanny kids. Like we both watch the same cartoons. It's fine. But then fucking Paw Patrol and all this other shit came
Yeah.
out. I couldn't get behind it.
Kids are the worst.
It's just yeah. I don't have a lot in common with them anymore. We don't have life experience shared as much anymore. It's
Yeah.
not of the like when I was growing up. My dad identified with a lot of the kids because like Nickelodeon was like a new thing. So
Yeah.
he was watching Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah. Like,
But now there's
when
like
I got
a-
a Super Nintendo, my dad was
Yeah,
stoked about it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna play this. So I'll play without you. He would play more than he's like, I almost beat Jungle Book. You know, he would be like,
yeah. Oh my god, I fucking hated Jungle Book. Oh my
Well,
god.
there was wait, just real quick on Jungle Book. You're familiar with Jungle Book?
the game.
Do you know Jungle
and
Book?
the movie?
Game?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
The books, the game. I hate it.
The Super
so much.
Nintendo game.
Yeah.
There was a level with Scar the Snake, and you had to shoot
Yes.
electricity in his eyes to kill him. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
Dude, we couldn't.
no.
You couldn't. No, you couldn't beat this
No,
level.
it's
My
impossible.
whole family would try. My mom would try.
Really?
And I came to believe that it was some sort of glitch, like that it couldn't be
Yeah.
beaten. Do you know if have
No,
you
it's like
beaten-
notorious for being a kill screen that you can't get.
you
past
can't. Okay,
that
good.
Game.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was curious.
But that's how most of those Super Nintendo games were because they you didn't have much to go on, especially like movie tie-in games.
Yeah.
And and there wasn't a save point. So
Yeah.
the whole goal was to like get you all the way here to this
That's
impossible
stressful.
point that you couldn't finish, and then it would just start you back from the beginning. Like it's a miracle that more controllers didn't go
That's
through
like
those TVs.
Sisyphus.
Yeah. They Sisyphused a bunch of kids who were already lonely and kind of on the edge.
That'll
That's
fuck
probably
you
what
up.
Columbine happened.
yeah, that's it.
Because they couldn't beat the Scar Snake on Jungle Book.
That's probably that didn't help.
Set the camera before it kills us. With this rant.
Didn't help.
No, that one was rough. I just got. I have a Nintendo Switch,
Nice.
so I
No, you don't like Nintendo
I don't
Switch?
do any games. I don't have the attention span. I don't know how you do
I've
it.
always been into games. I mean, like I have a PS5
Nice.
and I have a Nintendo Switch.
I'm not a
I
big game
love-
guy anymore, but I was, and I get it though. I'm not against it. Like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of things that I'm against. I wouldn't say video games is one of
Such
them.
as,
I don't know, it's just
What
like
are
I
you
don't,
against?
tell me some of the things you're against. The blacks,
of course, obviously,
I
but
know, that's a big one.
yeah, of course, many races of people.
All of them, all of
Anyone
them, I
who's not
know.
like me.
if
Being
you haven't seen his act,
sarcastic
you should check
for
it
those
out.
listening.
Yeah, I am
It's
joking.
not
I'm
inclusive
not
I just
at
want to
all.
add that
No.
disclaimer.
Why do I come off as
No,
super
no,
racist?
He's like, dude, you are very Trumpy right now. I am not
I can
comfortable.
picture people listening to this being like, "Oh, fuck that guy."
Yeah, well,
I just want to clarify.
luckily nobody knows who I am, so it doesn't make a difference what they think
He is
about me.
at Andrew
They
Ginsberg.
do now.
God damn it.
They do now.
Before,
Andrew Ginsberg,
before
yeah.
we get out, tell me what things you're against. Off the top of my
Has it
head,
been an
off the
hour?
top of your head. Yeah. It's
Wow.
been, 54.
Time
Wow, that
flies.
was-
Time flies when
That
you're
went really
Ginsberging it up.
fast.
Yeah, Ginsberging it
We're
up.
killing it. I want to know what you are against.
What am I against? I'm against waking up early. The concept of
with that.
the miracle morning. I'm against.
When you're morning, when you're day, you boo that. You don't
I'm
like that?
against that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm against that.
When are
sleep
you?
till 12. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I was gonna ask.
That's
When
why this podcast reasonably timed. I was like 3 p.m. They get it.
Yeah.
You know, if you had
We
said
get
12:30, I would have said I'm out. I really would have. Can't do it.
I don't get. Yeah, that's when
Too
I
early.
go to bed.
I don't do early.
You're fine. I'm not.
So I don't like
big
that.
early guy.
I don't like. I don't know. I don't like big birthday celebrations. I don't like.
Like at what age you cap it? I'd say 18.
Yeah.
Maybe 21. 21 is the last time you should celebrate your birthday.
Totally. And as a person who's almost 35,
I feel really dumb. I'm
I'm
gonna have a
out.
show.
I
on my
can't ever
birthday.
believe that. I always forget that.
Yeah.
35?
Almost
When?
September.
Okay.
So not almost, though, but close. 34 though. I mean, I'm old. I'm middle aged or whatever. I guess.
34.
If you live to be 70,
If I live to be 70, yeah.
You're
Which
middle-aged.
I might. I don't know.
if you're gonna live to be 40, you're almost at
Hey,
the end,
40
my brother.
40
You
would be
see
good.
now. 40 be
40
good year to
be good?
cap it.
40. No.
Oh,
No,
I was gonna say, like,
no. I'd like to live way longer than 40.
I think
50,
our
60.
generation might be the ones that live long because we drink less, we take better care of ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, we have less of an ozone layer, but everything else, like,
Yeah.
It's getting fixed though.
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I
And if we
don't
keep
think
shooting
they're
all these
fixing
goddamn
anything.
balloon downs,
No, that's all. It's all. We're doomed. The water supply is gonna run out in like 10 years.
No, I'm just talking about the ozone layer.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
by the time we get that fixed, there'll be no water.
We're not gonna need water.
Okay.
Yeah.
we'll have an ozone layer.
We'll have the ozone. We'll drink the
We
ozone
will
layer.
have evolved
Perfect,
past
okay.
the need for water
Yeah. Well, we
and
won't need
waking
it.
up early,
Right,
and
right.
celebrating our birthdays.
And what
Yeah.
else do you hate?
I don't know.
Those are good ones. I like
are
that.
good.
What do you hate? What are you against? What are you against? He didn't say what he hated. He said what he was against.
Yeah, I don't hate
Against?
anything. By the way, I'm a
What am
liar.
I
Yeah,
against?
I that's why I liked how you phrased it.
Please invite me to your
Just
birthday
against.
parties. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he wants to go,
I actually
please.
need some friends.
If I have one,
You're
I'll
invited.
invite you.
Yeah, please
You're
do.
there. I got you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it.
I'll
Yeah.
invite
I'll invite
you
you to
too.
my 35th. You can
I'll
both
be
come.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I haven't
We'll
been
do it
to
at John's at 12th Street.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
We should
yeah.
do that. That'd be great.
I probably will.
What are you against?
Against? That's a great question. I think what comes to mind first, I'll just like think out loud. Like for some reason, selfies just came to me. I don't know why, but like
I
maybe
was talking to my friend the other day. He's from the hood, and he was like, I was like, I never see you on Instagram. He's like, yeah, something about I don't like handing my phone to a dude and be like, yo, bro, take this picture of me real quick. And then once he said that, I was like, oh man, now I'm against that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like that either. Now I'm effeminate.
it's funny how other people's thoughts can like become yours very quickly when you believe in it.
Yeah. Or when you're
Um,
creatively bankrupt.
Or that
Like me.
for my against.
I like taking selfies with people if they want to take
Yeah,
a selfie.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
But
like
like,
joint selfies.
like
cool.
I
Yeah,
hate
those are fun.
the the
Just
thirst
you?
trap selfie that often, not to put women on blast, but
Ladies, I love
often
those ones.
women would. It's like, what are you doing?
keep
What are you
posting them.
doing?
Yeah.
Don't
it's-
mute Tori and send them to me. I love them.
Honestly, now that I've said this, I'll probably do it because I'm the
Yes.
queen of saying.
Anybody
something
with an
and
ass, take a picture and send it to us.
then,
That's I could see being against that.
yeah, just like I don't know. What are you trying to prove?
Well, okay. Can I add a little flavor to this? If you don't mind.
Please.
Well, the kinds of selfies I don't like are they're what I call misdirect selfies, where
Yeah.
you're taking a selfie because you're trying to look hot,
Right.
but you
Right.
write like, "Oh my god," like studying for my big test today or something.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
all right. Well,
Ignore
what
the
does
dry-
you in a bathing suit have to do with that?
This has
Yes.
nothing to
with
do
your
with
insurance
the arts.
exam. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Got to study for the insurance exam today. It's crazy.
Hashtag REI.
No, it's the same thing with the nails and like the BMW symbol, like the nails with the wheel. It's like you're just being like, look at my expensive
And the
car.
AirPods in the hand.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
doing?
Exactly.
I hate flexes.
We know what you're
Fuck
doing.
Yeah.
your
That's the
flexes.
problem.
Yeah,
we see
right.
through it. I think everyone sees through it. So just show that you like spilled your coffee and then you hate your life, and then let's all move on.
I agree with that.
What
yeah.
are you against?
What am I against? That's a good question. I guess I'm against a lot.
Where do I
Where do I
start?
start? Kid? First of all, let me tell you something. I'm against anonymous online profiles. I'm realizing last few days.
Like on
All these people with it'll be like their ad is
Badger
like John
Hunter.
Danger, and their AVI is like a picture of FDR, and then they'll say something to me like, "I'm gonna kill your dog and eat it with tomatoes because this bit sucked," and I'm like, I can't even say
more
anything
British
about
people.
you. Yeah, more British people. Yeah, exactly.
Tomatoes made me.
I can't say anything. I feel like they have all this fodder they could use against me, but I can't use anything against them because they're all anonymous. So then I have to like go and creep and start finding information out about them, and like I'll type in their email addresses on LinkedIn or try to see if I
Mr.
can
I
find
don't
their
read
home
the
address.
comments.
But that's why I don't read it. 'cause
scraping
I
LinkedIn
obsess.
for information.
If I can't win, then I will obsess over it. It'll keep me up at night.
I don't read the comments, but I know you work at Q Research Solutions, and I will kill your family.
2 years of community college ain't gonna save you, buddy. I'm coming with all my HVAC
coming,
equipment.
baby.
I'm gonna make it look like a fucking accident. Yeah, I'm against anonymous Twitter profiles and the Brits this week.
I like it.
Except the ones that listen
Way
to
to
this
put
podcast.
a full circle bow.
Full
on
circle
this.
bow. Mr. Ginsberg, what is your @ Where can they follow you? Do you have anything you want to promote?
I do have 3 things I'd like to promote.
Tell me, please.
Please follow me on Instagram at @InstaGinsberg. I don't post anything but flyers, but if you like flyers, you should follow me. B, at The Village Idiot, which is my comedy show. I'd appreciate it if anybody in New York wants to come every Wednesday at the Juke Bar. And 3, at With the Bergs. That's my live Twitch stream I do with my friend.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is there a third thing?
That was 3, right?
The Twitch. Oh, sorry.
I'm not good at math, okay? But I think that
Troy
was 3.
actually just had a stroke midway through that. So
I
he
did.
didn't hear.
Village Idiot with the Bergs Instagram.
Where's
That's
the
it.
third?
The Ginsberg.
Yeah, I did.
You got any more?
I was like, why are they looking at me? He said there's 3.
Like,
Thank you for
now
coming
what?
on.
No,
man. I love
thanks
that.
for
Wanted to
having
have
me.
you on
This
forever,
is
man.
fun.
You
Thank
guys are incredible people, and I wish you
Thanks,
continued
man.
success.
Thank you.
Blessings,
Shout out Bruce
blessings.
Springsteen,
Yeah, shout out to the boss.
the boss.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It
Good
was.
pod, guys.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me.